Okay, I'm going to walk you through the process of how to create a video for your state report project. So the first thing that students are going to need to do is they need to write a script, but they want something that can definitely read off of to record. Chromebook students are going to open up the native camera, the webcam, which will also record video. On my computer, it takes the form of photo booth, but you see the camera turns on. They will go to the video portion and they will just read. They're going to want to rehearse first, but you practice talking to the camera. I kind of prompt them to that. So they're going to record in this native recording app first and save this. So that step one is not even using Adobe Express. It's just writing your script and recording yourself talking to the camera. Now, I've already done that ahead of time. My video is saved over on my desktop here, and now I'm on to the next step. So the next part is to open up Adobe Express and click on the Make a Video icon, and this takes you to a brand new project. So what students will do is they're going to go on the left-hand side of the screen. They're going to find Media, and they're going to upload from their device, and this is where they're going to find their video that they just recorded. So on the Chromebook, it's probably going to show up under downloads or camera or something like that. But you're going to select it and say open, and then your video is going to load up in your Adobe Express project. So it does take a second for the processing to happen, and the longer the video is, the longer this takes to work. You will know that this is finished when the remove background picture goes from being gray to color. One thing I would have students do next is go up into the corner here where it currently says untitled and rename it to something like States Report, Mrs. Leban. And you can see once my video is finished processing, the remove background button now shows up. So as long as I have my video clicked on, if students click away, you can see that button disappears. Click on the picture, there's the remove background, click on it, and now it is thinking. The AI is processing the video, automatically removing the background, just leaving the student at the forefront. You know it's still working for a couple of reasons. You've got this like spinning circle. You've also got these sparkles. So I always tell students, as long as it's twinkling, it's still thinking. So it is removing your background. All right. And when the background is removed, it suddenly becomes white. You can play it and check, see how that works. Now, you'll want to do a couple of things. Your students will want to select a new background for their image. I usually advise that it's something related to your, state or your topic or something. They're going to go into elements for this one, and they're going to go to backgrounds. And once you're in backgrounds, you can definitely search. Click on it. You can see it automatically puts that into the background. If I don't like that one, I can go back, check some other ones. Maybe I want some Wild West patterns there. You can either have students create some kind of a graphic in another tool and bring it in, or they can continue to use the elements and either go to design assets, shapes, or even icons. And you can make things, you can resize stuff, you can layer items. And then the other element that's kind of cool for students for their project is to go into text and click add your text. And I suggest that they type in the name of their state. If you highlight it, you can go in and change font. You can also go in and you can change the fill color. And on Adobe Express, you can actually change the outline as well. So if you wanted to make a bold outline, so there's a lot that you can do here with this particular layout of adding things and putting elements in here. What the students really like on top of this that's kind of fun is that when you click on the individual elements, you now get options like scrolling down to the bottom of the page and clicking on animation. So under animation, you can actually choose 3 animations. You can have something it does moving in, something it does during the video, that's your looping animation, and then something it does to kind of like fade out or exit the video. I deal with looping, so if I click looping and I click on wiggle, you see New Mexico kind of wiggles back and forth. It's going to do that while I'm talking. And in Adobe, you can do this with all of your items. So I could click on my little cacti here, and I could go to animation, and I could click on, I don't know, jitter or spin. So if you want to add your own pictures from another source, either from online that you've uploaded, or if you wanted to create a Google slide that you save as an image and you want to bring this in here, you'll go to media, just like you did with the video upload and you went upload from device, but you can do it with any other types of files as well. So if I go to media, upload from device, I now can pick this strawberry, which does not have to do with New Mexico, but we'll pretend like it does. I can resize, I can move around. You decide you want to create some kind of a checklist or rubric for what you want students to do with this video, but all of the tools are there to assemble and export or download a finished video. Once you're done with this and you've, I always tell students to preview it, watch it all the way through. Your video looks good. You're then going to download it, and it's actually really simple. You're going to go to download. It's already MP4 and download. It is working automatically right now. It says starting download 0% complete, 20% complete. You're just going to wait for this to finish. It's going to go to your downloads on your Chromebook, and then students can submit via Canvas.